Tell me, is it whack up in the air? Rapping scattered off the gear. I can map him, yeah, it's like a tracker. Get distracted, send him back like in the mail. Not a fraction of them real. Catch him lacking, run the drill. Running through the shit like a motherfucking dage.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. At this current point, I haven't even uploaded the episode before this one, but anyway. What we have now, what is it?
There's a drain hole.
Another drain hole?
Yeah, look.
Oh, how convenient is that, mate? That's great. Love this trailer. It's a beast, eh?
Yeah, it's not. The drain holes are not good.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
So yeah, LS1, freshly rebuilt and ready to go back in the car. Very cool. Very, very cool. Holy moly, mate. Wow. Hang on, she's hooked. Gee, you're keen, eh?
Yeah.
You already got the strap off? How'd you undo that? Alright, Enzi's not mucking around. I'm going to give him a hand. So yeah, going to go back into the S13. The only thing, we've just cleaned it up, gurneyed all that out so it's all nice and clean, because you don't want to be working in a whole bunch of filth and grease and whatnot. So that's what we're going to get up to, and hopefully it starts. Right, so Enzo has got the engine off the trailer and put it on the old trusty tyre. And the next step, do you remember what the next step is?
Put the clutch on.
The clutch! It is the clutch. And then what happens after the clutch? What do you put on next?
Gearbox next step.
Yup, gearbox is next.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we'll be putting the whole engine in there. We'll just chuck it in, put the plugs in, put the hoses on, start it up. Actually, start it up like that. Yeah, this is the last time we'll be doing this job. Done it a couple of times now. But yeah, engine's going in, and then
We're gonna sell it.
yeah, we're gonna sell it. I feel like we shouldn't though. I feel like we should keep it for a bit, because in a bit of a predicament. I've actually got 10 tires mounted on rims for this car, ready to drive, and if I drive it, I risk potentially blowing it up, breaking it, smashing it, spending more money on it before I can sell it. And then if I just sell it straight away, then it's probably cheaper, but less fun. So fun to profit ratio.
Yeah, but we still got the other car. We still got the 180 and this car.
Good. That's a good point.
And we'll have more space in the shed.
Yeah. I'm liking where you're going with this. Lots of positives.
But then
here's more space.
when this gets built and it's drive and stuff, this will just end up going outside.
Oh, just keep it outside.
Yeah.
What about the rain and all the elements?
Because it'll just like our other cars are.
Yeah, but they don't work. Oh, you mean like daily cars?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a nice car. I like to park it undercover, keep it protected.
Yeah, you would park it undercover, but then...
Oh, the carport.
Yeah.
Could do the carport project.
Yeah, carport.
Yeah.
Under the carport.
We could. So yeah, undecided on what I should do. Sell it straight away or drive it one last time, or maybe even like 4 more times. The amount of tires this uses is not very many. So let me know in the comments what you reckon I should do. Let me know your opinions. So this is the new Subaru we got. Got $500. Could be a blown head gasket, but maybe not. Radiator was toast. It was leaking out of this bit. There's water just all coming out of there. So new radiator in. Beautiful. Gonna get this outside, get up to temp, see if it works or if it's still a problem. And then last night
Me and Marty were on LS1 duties, got that in. Just slides straight in there nicely. A little bit of mucking around, but not too bad. It's always great when you have two people putting a motor in though. It wasn't much to film really. It was just, yeah, I've done it a couple of times, probably already done an episode on that. But yeah, so, Ivy, don't go in there, there's actually mould in there. It's all mouldy, yeah, yucky. Yeah, that's got mould too. I need to get these cleaned out, they're disgusting. We had like a mould outbreak here in the Gold Coast from all the rain. But just need engine oil, startup oil, gearbox oil, put this front end back on, a few little bits and pieces, and we can start it up for the first start.
I'm not taking a phone, I'm doing a video. Doing a video. So LS1 time, back into it. Hopefully we're going to start it very shortly. I've got the run-in oil. I've got oil filter, so I'm going to fill the oil filter with oil, stick it up in there. The only thing we don't have is an oil pressure gauge. Like, we've got the sensor there for the ECU, for the stock one, OEM, but it doesn't have a gauge in this car or a light. So that's a bit worrying. The plan is to take the spark plugs out and then take this sensor off and then crank it a few times. Obviously have the oil filter on, crank it a few times, and then hopefully oil sprays out of here. It's not like the best indication because the oil doesn't have to travel far to get through that hole, I don't think. But at least it'll show that the oil pump's working. Yeah, so I'm gonna crank it a whole bunch of times.
We also need a bucket.
A bucket?
To put, because it needs, because what if it's flying out? We don't want it on the floor.
Yeah, we'll try and catch it, but it's probably gonna make a big mess. I don't mind the mess. If there's oil pressure, it's happy days. So let's do that, and hopefully we can get it started. Yeah? Yeah? Start it up. Start it up.
And then we can test it driving.
Well, yeah, I guess so. We just got to put gearbox fluid in there, gearbox oil, and then yeah, we could test it. We could drive up the street to where's that place up the road again? Mexico? You been to Mexico before?
Yeah.
You have? When?
Heaps of times.
Heaps of times. So, a great tip whenever you're changing your oil or first starting your engine in this case, you want to fill up the oil filter with oil so that it's all ready to go. Also put some oil on the seal to help for next time when you go to take it off. And I've got it filled up to the max here because I really want it to get oil pressure as fast as possible. And LS1, conveniently, the oil spot is right here on the bottom, which is so good. Other cars are sideways and whatnot, so you might not be able to fill it this much. But yeah, let's get it in before I make a mess everywhere. Hold it longer. Yep, stop. Now you got to release the locks. Wait. 1. 2. Wait.
What are you gonna do?
Get out of the way. Alright. Yeah, go down. Alright, stop. Stop. That's good. Perfect.
Why is it good?
It's a good height to work on. So we'll put water in there, spark plugs out, power steering fluid. Yeah, that's just sitting there. And then brake fluid, but I don't think I'm going to be bleeding the clutch at the moment. So we're just going to put the whole lot in, and then we'll check the dipstick and see how much oil is in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's enough. This engine's like, yes, get me some oil.
What?
Engine wants to do a skid.
How then?
Yeah.
How do you
They
know
just
it?
told me.
Yeah.
Just taking the coil pack leads off, and this one is pulled out like that, then yeah, that's going to be an issue. So I think I'll just put that back where it was. All fixed. Right, spark plugs are out. Gonna turn over the engine for a bit and then come and check and see if we've got oil pressure coming out that oil pressure sensor hole. Got a plastic container down there to catch it, and then yeah, that should pump the oil through the system a little bit and or all the way, and then we will be able to put the spark plugs back in and start it up hopefully. Hey. Alright, so I'm a full retard and I forgot, it's been that long since I've driven this car or even sat in this car. There's an oil pressure gauge on the dash. It's got water temp, oil pressure and boost. So that's all the 3 gauges now I remember. Yeah, I need to put the oil pressure sensor back in, hook it up so then we can get a reading and then we don't have to worry about the guesswork. So I'm going to do that now. Luckily the guard's been cut out of this car and it's easy to get into. Take 2, let's go. Yeah, we got a fuel leak. Fuel leak coming from where? Where could it be coming from?
What day does this car even have?
What the heck does this car even have, he says? Oh, that was a challenge and a bloody half. So this, there's a fuel line down here with that hose clamp that you can just see. And that is hard to screw. It was facing towards the front of the engine, so I had to loosen it and then spin it this way because the block is right there. It's literally like not even a fingernail of space in there. And yeah, that's it down in there. So hopefully I've tightened the absolute shit out of it. So hopefully that's gonna be secure. I had to move that out of the way. Once I did that, it was a bit easier. Let's try again. Hopefully no fuel leaks this time. Yes, now it's fuel.
What?
Sounds like it's in the boot. It's coming out of the boot. Keep the fuel coming out of the boot.
What's happening?
Still leaking out of the boot.
If you check underneath the boot,
Oh yeah, I see.
it's leaking out here.
Like heaps, man.
Like a bucket full.
Yeah. Shit close. Alright, so there's fuel leaking out all underneath the car. Another hose clamp that wasn't leaking before, but apparently now it is. So you have to tighten that. Turns out the fuel line was a return fuel line that goes back up at the back of the car, and it was just a rubber hose on a steel line again. I don't know why you would do that, but it is what it is. Yeah, so that's tightened now. Just lifted it up and tightened it easy as. We're going to turn over the car now with no spark plugs in and hopefully get oil pressure on the gauge. Can you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Can you hold that button down?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
It's like all the coil packs are zapping everywhere. So no, don't start it. Down there on me oil pressure gauge, there's a rangy as setup here where there's just like spade terminal cable crimps on there, and they just push on. So there's a 50-50 chance on whether that was hooked up right, and it was displaying nothing before, but then I just did a switch around and we got on the gauge here, we got it's sitting on 40 with no power, or no, the car not turning over, and then when we crank it, so I think we got oil pressure there. I don't know why at the start when you're turning it over, it's like, sounds like it's got a lot of pressure and struggling. And then once you, all of a sudden it will just click, a relay clicks, and then it just starts turning over better. Maybe it's something to do with the starter motor, don't know for sure. But that's cool. Now plugs back in, try to start it, I think. No, wait. So, I've put the spark plugs back in, hooked up the coil, spark plug leads to the coil packs. But one of the spark plug leads is damaged and it's like broken off, so I've just pushed it back in there, hopefully it gets a connection and fires. Yeah, fix the fuel leak, so there's oil in it. Seems like there's oil pressure, so we're gonna start it. Hopefully, let's try.
Yeah, man, we did it. So yeah, oil pressure wise, like, hopefully that means we got oil pressure like it, I assume so. Like when you rev it, it doesn't really change much. Trust the gauge, but hopefully that's good. It seems good. Big V8, mate. Big V8. Smoke coming off the oil and stuff. Woohoo! Woohoo! Alright, update time. The LS1 works. It's got oil pressure, I'm pretty certain. Got it up to temperature, I was revving the shit out of it, and yeah, it's back to how it was before. Sick. So yeah, I definitely want to just drive it. I do not want to sell it. Don't tell Mum. No, you can tell Mum. I'm going to tell her. I'm going to have a discussion with her about how we should take it to the track and do a couple of events in it first before we sell it.
Yeah, but what if it breaks again?
Yeah, well, then we'll fix it.
Yeah, but what if it takes my 18 months?
Yeah, there's that. It's a good point, Enzo. It's a good point.
So we should just sell it, and then we can drive and we can, once that happens, and then we can get that.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, but like, what if we just have fun in the S13 first, and then we sell it, and then we put the money into the 180?
Yeah, but what if we go on the 180 first?
Oh yeah, but that's gonna take ages. Anyway, that's a wrap from this one. Thanks for watching. Man, I've actually not been that excited for an engine to start for some reason. Like, I was just really excited that time. It was sick. It's always a bit nerve-wracking, but it works. Sweet. I'll probably drop the oil, have a look at the oil filter, see what it looks like. What happened?
My foot stuck.
You alright, mate?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's so funny. Put in the comments if you reckon we should go to the track or just sell it and move on from the LS things. The V8 sounds pretty cool though. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty tough. Alright, see you guys. Bye. You wanna say bye?
Bye.
Bye.